Howdy folks, welcome back to Duke Fraser Productions. Well, this is another Uberti 1851 Navy accuracy. I recently come across a unique ball mold on Dixie Gun Works, it was made by Dixie Gun Works, but I found it on eBay. It is a 376 round ball mold. And when I did the contest on the channel way back last August, where we gave away a bullet mold, that was probably about 6-7 months ago anyway. One of the contestants, I believe it was the guy that won the contest, I think it was Drew Ames, shot with a 51 Navy, was it 61? I don't know, he shot with a Navy, and he used 376 round balls. So I come across this mold, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. So we cast some up. Now, one thing that I have against this mold is the block is about, that big around. However, they put the ball right about in the center of the block. So you got about that much sprue that you got to cut off of the thing. So, and I don't exactly have the best thing for cutting sprues. I used a pair of sight digs. So these bullets are not exactly aerodynamically made. But I thought I'd give them a test, and the results, well, they weren't terrible. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that and see how they do. Alright, so we're set up, got the 1851 Navy loaded up with the 376 round balls. Now they aren't a very common mold that you find out there. I just happened to find one on on eBay it was an old Dixie Gun Works mold. I decided to buy it and cast up a few rounds, and we're going to see how they do through this 51 Navy here. I get my ears to stay in. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn the target camera on. That ball hit just on the very right side of the black. So we'll do another round here and see. Well, so we had 4 somewhat strung out in a group about the length between the tip of my finger to my mid knuckle there. So about a 2-inch group, which is not very bad for this gun with round balls. The round balls that I've tried before, the 375s from Hornady, they don't do very well in this gun, but these 376s did all right. Had that one flyer that's way out in right field, and if you take that into the count with the group size, then the group size grows out to be about 9 inches, but we'll discount that flyer, and it's about a 2-inch group. So we'll load up here again, and I'll try it on the same target. I'll just lower the point of aim so we can see if it'll still group as good. Alright, so we're loaded up a second time. We're going to lower the point of aim on the same target here and see if we can tighten up our group a little bit. Yeah, it looks like the group opened up a little bit, which with the fouling that can be expected. So just by looking at it, the overall group we did tight, and the one flyer isn't as far off. However, the group did open up just a little bit. So I think that's good enough for testing on this one. Alright, so I decided to do one more test here with the 1851 Navy. In a lot of my readings, one of my favorite historical characters is John Singleton Mosby, and I've read up quite a bit on him in the last few months or so. And one of the things I found interesting is that the book that I was reading stated that Mosby's raiders would not engage enemy units until they were within 10 yards, meaning they wouldn't fire on them until they was in 10 yards or 30 feet. So I decided I'd move up the target stand here to 10 yards, and we'll see how this gun does with it at that close range. Okay, I gotta quit for a second here. I remember now why these earplugs were in my trash bin. Let's get something a little bit better. I lost my other set, so I had to pull them out. And I'm not very fond of these ones either. Because these ones take forever to fill up in my ears. Alright, that's better. Alright, let's finish it up here. You know, I think Mosby was onto something, because that's a really good group. Now this isn't exactly, long distance range, but that does pretty well this close up. Now we tested the Remington, Uberti Remington today as well, and we did the same thing that we've done here. We did 2 bursts at 15 yards and then another one at 10. And the results were almost the same. So it seems like 10 yards is kind of the sweet spot for these guns. It's amazing the difference that 5 yards makes in the groupings. Alright, so, the 376 didn't do too terrible on the 51 Navy at 15 yards. However, at 10 yards it did pretty awesome. And as I said, I think Mosby was pretty much onto something, when they engaged at 10 yards and less. Because it's amazing the difference that 5 yards makes with these old cap and ball guns. So if you've liked this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button down there below. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Patreon. You can find the links to that in the description box below. And be sure to stay tuned and keep your powder dry.